David Smith here with another Flipped Classroom math video. A few tips before we get started. Remember, you can always pause the video to make extra notes or write down questions for when we meet in class. Also, remember to pause the video when I provide an example. Work that problem, then start the video up again and see how well you did. You can also turn on the captions so you can see my words written below on the screen. You can also speed up or slow down the video if you wish. Remember to think hard, follow along, and bring your best brain to the next time we have class. Today's topic, the discriminant. The discriminant is an important piece of the quadratic formula, and we designate it with a letter. This is a little triangle. This is the Greek letter delta. And the discriminant is equal to that part of the quadratic equation that's under the square root. So that's the b squared minus 4ac. So if you're instructed to take a look at the discriminant, you just look at this part of the quadratic formula. Okay? So if we use delta to represent the discriminant, we can rewrite the quadratic formula this way. Okay? So let's take a look at what the discriminant can tell us about our solutions. Remember, the discriminant lives under the root. So there's certain things you can do with roots, other you cannot. Let's take a look. If the discriminant is bigger than 0, so it's some positive number under here, you're going to have plus minus whatever that number is. So that's going to give you two solutions. Okay, you're going to have two answers. Now, if the discriminant equals 0, then this is going to go away. Square root of 0 is 0, so it's just going to be minus b over 2a. So you're going to have one solution. Finally, if the discriminant is less than 0 or negative, we do not take negative square roots. So if the discriminant, which is under here, is a negative number, we stop right there and we say no solutions. Okay? So those are the main things that you can learn from the discriminant. Okay, let's do a couple problems using the discriminant. First, what might your instructions look like? Find the nature of the roots of these two quadratic equations. But first, let's take a look at this new word. Roots. This is another word for solutions. You can use them interchangeably. If you're asked to find the roots, you're asked to find the solutions. This question is find the nature of the roots. So what they're really wanting to know is do you have two, one, or no solutions. You don't need to solve the quadratic. Just evaluate the discriminant. So let's do that. A, B, C, b squared minus 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 4. This is the discriminant. Equals that. Finish her off. That's 9 minus 32. That's going to be negative 23. What does that tell us? No solutions. I've seen this too. No real solutions. Real numbers are the numbers that you're used to dealing with. We also have a type of number called imaginary numbers, and they do provide us with a way to solve quadratics when the discriminant is negative. You'll do that later in another course. We can also write that's set notation for the null set. That's a set of numbers that's empty. So what that means is there are no numbers that satisfy that quadratic equation. Okay? Give that one a try. Pause the video. Okay, let's see how you did. Put my A, my B, and my C. This is always a good habit to do. Plug into the discriminant. So this is minus 4 squared minus 4 times negative 1. Discriminant equals. This becomes 16. 4 times 4 is 16 times negative 1. That's going to get us a plus 16. That's 32. Positive number, two solutions. Okay. The last thing I want to say about the discriminant is if you're doing a quiz question or a test question in my class, if you want to start looking at the discriminant, it will get you quickly to the no solution. Okay, so you can evaluate the discriminant first, and if you see that it's no solution, you're done with that quadratic. You don't need to plug into the full formula to learn that. However, if you plug into the discriminant, find one or two solutions, then you're going to need to back up and do the whole quadratic equation so that you can find the solution. If you still have questions, write them down now and bring them to our next class. You can also watch the video again and perfect your notes. Finally, if you enjoyed watching my video, please click the like button down below. And if you'd like to help me grow my YouTube channel, please click subscribe.